campus. May I have your permission to dismiss the quarter guard, please, sir? Quarter guard, shoulder, arms. Rear road, close orders, march. Quarter guard, turn to your right and salute. Dismiss. Quick march! Hii ni yao imekataa ni box ya sauti. So labda either uweke kwa speaker.
Yes.
Au uko na splitter.
Splitter ya kujamii.
Lakini mimi shida yangu sauti ni kama moja. Clean sauti ni kama moja. Yeye ni kesi function yake.
Kaeka tu kwa speaker. Hiyo tu. So ni wapi sasa tutasimamia wapi?
Watu wakimaliza hiyo ndio ana address hapo.
Ndio tunataka hiyo nini hasa?
Nini hapo?
Atakuja hapo alafu ashakagua.
Kwanza atakagua.
Kuna simu yako?
Then later nitaongelea. Then tusimama hapo. Na tuko na box lakini imekataa.
Sijaweka credit hata ndio niko. Sasa wako na bench kubwa. Sina. Vitu zangu napigwa na peleka wapi?
You meet something. Wakimaliza wataondoa kitaa sisi tutaenda.
Niaje? Uko sawa? Kumingi?
Kwanza hii microphone iko sawa.
Tayari kabisa kuchukua hatamu ya uongozi.
The commanders!
Mama ni sauti yake naibu kamanda wa gwaride ambaye si mwingine bali ni PCC Mtinda Muluke, akishatoa amri makamanda waweze kuchukua nafasi zao ndani mwa gwaride. Kumbuka makamanda hao wameweza kujiunga na wenzao ndani wakitoka mbele pembeni, kisha baadaye kuweza kuchukua hatamu ya uongozi mbele mwa kila kila kikundi.
Commanders, by the light. For 2, for 3, for 5. Tulia! Commanders, steady! Collect! Thank you! Shotgun arm! Right! Order arm! Sir, parade formed up in open order. Present and ready for your inspection, sir.
Kumbuka ukaguzi wa gwaride itachukua muda mfupi, kisha kamanda wa gwaride ataweza. The best all-round ACC course number 1 of 2022. Personal number 2015-033-248. ACC from Wajir North Sub-County, Emmanuel Mweno.
Sir! Thank you, sir.
Personal number 2015-074650. ACC from Gatanga Sub-County, Geraldine Barasa.
Thank you, sir.
Asante sana mgeni wetu wa heshima.
Close order, march.
Namba ni sauti yake kamanda wa gwaride Acc Emmanuel Mweno akishatoa amri gwaride liweze kutembea katika ulingo wa kinanda ili kuweza kupita mbele ya mgeni wetu, kisha baadaye wataweza kuibadili mwendo toka mwendo wa kinyonga hadi mwendo wa haraka. Vilevile upande wetu wa kushoto ni bendi letu, bendi la kikosi hiki cha polisi tawala chini ya mwavuli wa Principal Director of Basic Madam Asna, Assistant Inspector General. Leo bendi lenyewe likiongozwa na Director Chief Bwana Ernest Otieno, Assistant Superintendent of Police. Anayeshikilia kipito kule mbele kabisa, yani drum major, si mwingine ni Sergeant John Mutunga. Anayeshikilia mbele ni Sergeant Nissan Baraka, akiwa anahakikisha kabisa katika kile chombo anaipita hapa anaipita kulingana na wimbo wenyewe. Kufusu siku ya leo ili kuungana na maafisa wengine kule nje kuweza kujenga taifa ikiwa hili letu la Kenya. Mbele kabisa tunaye kamanda wa gwaride Acc Emmanuel Mweno. Kwa karibu ni naibu kamanda ambaye pia ni parade artillery Acc Mutinda Mununu. Mgeni wetu wa heshima kikundi nambari 1 ikiwa chini ya uongozi wake ACC Graduation. Kwa karibu mwingine kwa heshima ni kikundi nambari 2. Kikundi hicho kikiwa chini ya uongozi wake ACC Bonde. Kikundi nambari 3 mwingine kwa heshima ni kikundi ambacho kinaongozwa na mwanadada ACC Kimondio. Vilevile kwa karibu ni kikundi nambari 4. Kikundi hicho kikiwa chini ya nahodha wake nacho kinaongozwa na mwanadada ACC Mada Imbusi. Wanaopita mbele yako hivi sasa kwa heshima ni kikundi nambari 6 chini ya uongozi wake ACC Brian Odhiambo. Kikundi nambari 7 ni kikundi ambacho kinaongozwa na ACC Elisha Viongoya. Kufungia
Orders on! Right! Orders on! Sir, parade is ready for your address. May I have your permission to stand them at ease? Right! Stand at ease! Right! Stand ease!
Protocol, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Our chief guest, sir, I take this opportunity to welcome you to this institution to officially close the final segment of the administrative officers attending paramilitary course number 1/2022. The course participants before you, sir, totaling to 451, comprising of 285 male and 166 female, have taken through the various course segments at the Kenya School of Government and Kenya School of Adventure and Leadership. Throughout the course, sir, they have always demonstrated the high standard of discipline and organized culture. They have been thoroughly taken through the course expectation and general objective, which is culminating today. The course is a requirement in the career progression as it seeks to impart to them the necessary skill, knowledge, right attitude through the acquisition of the necessary competency to enable them undertake their duties effectively, efficiently and effectively. Our guest is, sir, the graduates before you have demonstrated high standard of discipline and professionalism throughout the training. I'm rest assured that the skills acquired through the training will enable them be more professional in the execution of duties and the government policy, in addition to service delivery to the citizens of this country by working harmoniously with other national government agencies and stakeholders. I can sincerely say that the course objective acquired both in theoretical and rigorously practical lessons which they have performed exemplary well. That include the live firing and maneuvers at Kidong Field Training Camp, as well as counter-terrorism, violence extremism, and organized crime in the country. Organized crime in the country will benefit them to fit in their various work environment as displayed in this NOVA, as displayed in the parade today that you have seen before. In conclusion, I thank our chief guest through his office and support and guidance which has enabled us accomplish this great milestone today. I also wish to thank the Inspector General through the office of the DIG APS and the college commandant and his team of instructors and training who have worked tirelessly to train, guide, and mentor these graduates to attain his high level of competency. Lastly, the graduates for the discipline, high and the right attitude throughout the course. Sir, it is now my humble duty to welcome the Inspector General of the National Police Service, Mr. Hilary Mutyambai, to carry out with the remaining program, sir.
Services. Deputy Inspector General, Kenya Police Service.
regional commissioners present, regional police commanders, other senior officers present, instructors of this college, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
I'm delighted to witness the closing ceremony of the paramilitary training of Administrative Officers Course number 1/2022. On my own behalf and that of the entire National Police Service, I register my appreciation to the Chief Guest for giving us a chance to train the administrative officers in the parliamentary course at this college. Tunashukuru sana sir. To the graduates, security environment out there has been changing very fast with informed citizens that are aware of their legal and constitutional rights. This has made the demands of security services to be a right and not a privilege to the members of the public. I urge you to be good role models in the private and public life so as to inspire trust and confidence among the people you serve. The Chief Guest, the National Police Service is committed to work on various reforms instruments geared towards ensuring that police officers and all government agencies work harmoniously and in a common footing. Enhancement of interagency cooperation has borne fruits in the provision of safety and security in the country. It is now my humble duty, sir, to invite the Principal Secretary, State Department of Interior and Citizen Services, Dr. Engineer Karanja Kilicho, to continue with the rest of the program. Karibu pia.
Dr. Fred Matiang'i, and all protocols observed in the interest of time. I am very happy to be here this morning and welcome to this college. 1 month ago, CS, we were here when we started off this course, sent me to start it off. And if there is a time I have believed there are miracles today, if these people have been able to match the meticulous way they have done it today. I want to take this opportunity to thank you for allowing us to run this course. As you are aware, there are quite a number of assistant county commissioners dating back to 2015 who had not undergone the paramilitary training, which is part of their requirements in the scheme of service. And we are very grateful that you allowed this to happen. The 450 of them have started off, and I hope that you'll allow that the remainder of about 700 shall also undertake this training so that they'll be ready to progress their career and also serve Kenyans. I want to congratulate all the graduates today, wish you well, and hope that the training that you have undergone here will be of use to our Kenyan citizens. Congratulations, all of you. It's now my pleasure, CS, to invite you to come and address the graduates. Welcome, sir.
My brother and my colleague, our cabinet, our Principal Secretary for Interior and Citizen Services, Engineer Karanja Kilicho, the Inspector General of the National Police Service, spectrum of responsibilities. My colleagues from the Ministry of Interior who are here, including our regional commissioners from across the country, our regional security teams with whom we shall be having meetings shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to be here to witness the passing out parade of this cohort of administration officers who have been here for slightly over a month and going paramilitary training. I want to start at the onset, first of all, by congratulating you for successfully completing your course. Secondly, I want to thank the Inspector General of the National Police Service and all our colleagues from the National Police Service who have facilitated this training, jointly with the team of our senior staff from the Ministry of Interior and Coordination of National Government. It's true, as the PS says, we know that completing the training of all our officers has been one of our key aspects of focus, because the President inherited a huge backlog of untrained administration officers, some who had stagnated in their positions for years, and yet some positions that were not even filled. In the last 10 years, thanks to the focus and commitment of His Excellency our President, the government has invested heavily in the training and preparation of national government administration officers to provide various services to our people. It's gratifying to note that the national government administration as an entity has improved and become not just a strong but almost an indivisible part of our national administration and our engagement with the county governments in the involved structures. I thank my colleagues with whom we have worked through the last 5 years to strengthen the capacity and the performance of the national government administration. Some of the challenges that we used to deal with in the past, we no longer have, and that is a tribute to the focus and the commitment of our President to the security and national administration of the country. We have addressed the challenges of mobility sufficiently. We have addressed the challenges of accommodation to a greater extent, and in partnership with the members of parliament through the CDF, the national government administration structures across the country have got offices and environments from which they can serve our people effectively. In return, we have seen the national government administration improve strongly and participated in successful implementation of critical government policy, including the national census exercise, the national Huduma number registration, the national examinations, and most recently, the national government administration officers were critical in supporting our collective effort to address the challenges of COVID-19 across the country. There's a lot to dare, and there's a lot to do out there still. We are still faced with cases of sexual violence in some parts of our country, female genital mutilation, and we still must make sure that we maintain the 100% school enrollment as directed by our President. Ladies and gentlemen, it's fair to say that without the national government administration, some of these critical national government programs would not have been effectively and successfully implemented. I want, on my own behalf and on behalf of my colleagues from the Ministry of Interior, to thank all our colleagues in the field, from assistant chiefs, ACCs, TCCs, CCs, and of course ultimately the regional commissioners and their teams. I also want to thank my brothers and sisters in the national security infrastructure, led by our very own Inspector General of the National Police Service, his DIGs, and the formation commanders for the excellent work that they've continued to do to improve and sustain the security of our country. There are times in the past when we had worrying incidents of insecurity. But again, it's fair and objective to say that our country is by and large safe and secure, thanks to the work that our men and women in uniform have continued to do. As a citizen of this country, not even as a minister, as a citizen of this country, I first of all would like to sincerely thank all our security officers wherever they are. And I would like to ask our leaders across the board to respect, encourage, and avoid incidents that would undermine the morale and the credibility of our security institutions. I know that we are in the campaign season, but I would like to ask our political leaders especially to keep all of us out of the political environment, not politicize security matters, and not even undermine the image and the work that our security officers do. We have confidence in our security forces. And let me take this opportunity to assure the country that we are barely about 26 days to the next general elections. Our country is safe, is secure, and we in the security sector are prepared, ready, and available to support the constitutional institutions that will be conducting the general elections to fulfill their mandate. We will be where we will be required to be, and we will do everything that it takes to ensure that that exercise is conducted freely without any fear of insecurity. I want to reiterate the fact that we have full confidence in all our security officers. We have some of the best security individuals or officers in this region. And we are proud of the work that they have continued to do. And we ask Wananchi to cooperate with them and work with them, especially through this campaign period. We wish each one of us a very successful time during this, but I must complete my remarks by asking you, my colleagues, as you leave this training college and go to the field, to remember this. We are blessed. God has been kind and gracious to us. He has blessed us with a fantastic country, a wonderful country, a wonderful people. Many of you in the administration, some of my senior colleagues who are seated behind me here, have presided over 3 or 4 elections in the life of our country. Elections come and go. They should never be an excuse to interfere with or to affect the stability of our country. I want to urge my brothers and sisters who are seeking elective offices to always remember there will be tomorrow after 9th of August. Kenya is here and Kenya should be here, if not for us, but for our children and our children's children. That's a sacred duty we have. That is a duty we owe as citizens of this country, to our people and to God our Creator. Let's be careful, responsible, and dutiful in the manner in which we work. For those on the campaign trail, please, as much as is humanly possible, restrain yourselves. I understand that nerves are raw. I understand frustrations are there. I understand that there are times when people may feel that they are probably not getting it or they are not going to win. Resorting to attacking security officers will not win you votes. Respect those in the security sector. Many of those that you would like to undermine are people who even command the teams that provide you with security. Please, my brothers and sisters, let's be careful about the country. We have tomorrow. Let's not do things that will undermine the peace of our nation just because of elections. And finally, as administrators, you know we cannot do certain things. We cannot speak the way politicians speak. We cannot engage in some of the things that our political players would like to do. So let us restrain ourselves as administrators and maintain the respect and the tradition of integrity, focus, and objectivity of the security sector, especially by drawing a line between our inclinations and our obligations. I know we each have a vote. We will go into the voting booth to vote for someone. That is an inclination. But we also have an obligation. We have an obligation under the law to be objective, to be fair, to be firm, to ensure justice is done to every Kenyan, regardless of their political affiliation, regardless of their ethnicity, regardless of their age, their creed, or their background. Let's do the best we can, and by the grace of God, uphold that principle so that we discharge our constitutional obligations effectively. I wish you all the best as you go out to serve, knowing as you must that being asked to serve your country is the noblest thing that can ever happen to your life, regardless of the station you are being asked to serve. And I commit you to the Lord, that may the Lord strengthen you as you serve our people. May you find satisfaction in service, and may you find success in alleviating the challenges and the problems of our people and ensuring that Kenya succeeds. Because when Kenya succeeds, we succeed, and we will have discharged our obligation as citizens of our great country. I congratulate you once again, and may God bless you.
Sir, may I have your permission to march off the parade?
Ni viongozi wa gwaride hilo wakiongozwa na parade commander Emmanuel Ngweno, parade adjutant Unuve Mutinda na platoon commanders. Mgeni wetu mheshimiwa kwa siku ya leo, tunashukuru sana ofisi yako kwa kuandaa watawala hawa ambao wameelimishwa, wakafundishwa, wakapikika na wako tayari kuhudumia nchi yetu katika sehemu mbalimbali, katika kata zile ambazo wametumwa na serikali yetu kuu. Vile tunataka tushukuru uongozi wa chuo hiki kwa kutufundisha vema. Kwa kila kitengo tumepokea mafundisho ambayo yanastahili kwa ajili ya kuendeleza usalama katika nchi yetu ya Kenya. Inayofuata mgeni wetu wa heshima baada ya mafala hawa wakitoka ni kwaya ambayo inakaribia katika uga huu